The silent death is here. Heroes to conquer, dressed in fear. Don't make a sound, don't let them hear. Cause if you're found, then you'll be disappear. I'm coming for glory. This is the only way to be. You've heard all my stories, you know it's in my destiny. No pain, no love, it's a long game, focus. Dive into war, be the soldier, no difficulty can hold us. Keep looking out for the danger, even from things that we seem to love. Just with a snap of my fingers, enemy turn to dust.
Now keep coming, keep knocking my door. It's the bloodshed that leaves me hungry for more. Always ready for war, feasting on the applause. Cause victory is written into my core. So come on,
now bring it on. I've been waiting for too long. My rage is growing stronger than a storm.
so come on, can you feel it now? This is what I'm talking about. The craving sound inside my mind for days and hours. I say it loud, say it proud.
I got my dreams in me. Here comes the killing spree. Can't be defeated, cause I am believed in. Let victory make history.
There will be pains again, but then we gain from it. We never aim the same. Yeah, it's hurricane in my lane. There's raining flame away. If you wanna taste of my game, there'll be silent cut, the violent rush. Even lights get shut with the direct touch. I need no love, cause I'm the one, and this is my winning song. So come on,
Now bring it on. I've been waiting for too long. My rage is growing stronger than a storm.
so come on, can you feel it now? This is what I'm talking about. The craving sound inside my mind for days and hours. I say it loud, say it proud.
I got my dreams in me. Here comes the killing spree. Can't be defeated, cause I am believed in. Let victory make history. I got my dreams in me. Here comes the killing spree. Can't be defeated, cause I am believed in. Let victory make history. Yeah.
Welcome everyone, I am Leandro Mika e eu quero desejar a todos participantes do torneio Summer League um bom jogo. Good luck to all!
My name is Justin and you might know me from the Live with Masters channel. I would just quickly like to wish all of the participants of AoV Summer League 2021 good luck on that big prize pool, and everybody else so much fun on watching the content. Hope to see you all on the battlefield soon, guys.
Hello, I'm Alfonso Gardeazabal, once again speaking on behalf of the Arena of Valor development team. We've got a great new Arena of Valor update coming your way, and I'm here to bring you all the first-hand news straight from the development team. We're really pleased to see that the championship, which underwent a major update in the previous update, was well received. One of my coworkers tells me how they competed in every match with friends and managed to win only one championship, making them a single crown champion. Although the competition was very challenging, they say that the fun of competing as a team against other teams was truly something memorable. To players who have won multiple championships, you have my heartfelt admiration. All right then, back to business it is. Let's take a closer look at what we've got for you in this new update. We've always shown zero tolerance towards match-breaking or abusive behaviors. However, the algorithm has always been one of the most difficult to optimize in the entire game. Therefore, we are continuing to improve the algorithm and strive for an ongoing progress so that more bad conduct can be subjected to monitoring and penalties, and in turn create a better game environment for everyone. In this tweak, not only did we optimize the algorithm, but we also increased the penalties. Player accounts judged to be displaying match-breaking behaviors will lose all data from the highest rank and the Seal of Kings. This means that match-breaking players will not only be banned from their accounts, but they will also be immediately removed from the rankings. Their highest rank will be reset to Bronze 3, and the Seal of Kings will be reset to 0. Even while penalizing bad conduct, we've always believed that players with good conduct and attitude deserve to be encouraged and be seen as role models by all players. In some cases, even when they lose, these outstanding players continue to encourage their teammates to do their very best, even when at a disadvantage, and not give up until the very end. Even when defeat is imminent, they just keep being positive. In order to encourage these MVPs that lost, we have made a small optimization. When a player becomes the MVP of a losing team, the stars earned by the losing MVP will be settled first. This is to prevent a situation where Brave points are deducted if Brave points and the losing MVP stars are settled simultaneously. With two powerful creatures dominating the battlefield, the enraged Darkslayer and Drake, those brave enough to challenge them on their own often pay a heavy price for their recklessness. If you've experienced the powerful wrath of these creatures, like me, you've probably wondered what it would be like to command the battlefield as they do and gain the absolute power to crush ordinary mortals. Or do you share the thought commonly expressed in fairy tales where dragons are always fated to be slaughtered by the courageous? Given the chance to become a dragon, can you successfully rewrite destiny and become the supreme dominator of the battlefield? In the new gameplay mode, Morph Battle, you will be given your wish. Players will enter battle as a Drake or a Darkslayer. Of course, we have no intention to turn this game into a monster fight like Monster Wars, Darkslayer versus Drake. We want to retain the core experience of Arena of Valor and combine it with the fun of transforming into a dragon to dominate the battlefield. Therefore, in Morph Battle, you will need to meet certain requirements in order to transform into a dragon. Each transformation requires a certain amount of energy, but basic requirements like this should prove relatively easy, as you can kill heroes, minions, monsters, or towers to charge up. Once the charge-up requirements have been met, you'll be able to try.
Too lazy. Hello, what's up, guys? Welcome to the playoffs of the ESL. Today we have Team AMK on the blue side versus Team Trash Gang on the red side. This is gonna be a BO5 with global ban picks. This is gonna be really interesting. Both sides have to save some heroes, but still has to try and win every match. We would like this time to thank our sponsors, Trovo, Timmy, and AoV for the 100k vouchers and the €150 prize pool. And here comes the first bans. Annette got banned straight away, which means they're basically forcing Trash Gang to ban Zip here. And Stephanie gets banned on the red side. They probably don't want to deal with a strong ADC in the first game. And Florentino gets banned up here out of Team AMK, which means they're forcing Red Team to ban Zip. But Red Team can choose not to ban Zip, try to beat Zip, and then never have to deal with Zip during this BO5 again. That's also a very smart way to go about it. And here comes the ban on Chi then. Are we going to see a first game Zip first pick? I'm hoping that AMK team locks in that Zip, since he is still very, very strong. No, Fawn gets locked in as the first pick. This is gonna be quite an interesting game. Both teams choosing to lock AD season. It's gonna be Fawn versus Violet. Or maybe... No, Violet gets locked in. And we're hoping to see the lock-in on Lubu here. If they lock in Lubu, that's going to be the core of their team sorted out. No, they seem to be wanting to swap to Yina. And Yina does get picked up here. I would like to see AMK response to this, since both Florentino and Chi is banned. There are not many Slayer laners that can go up well against Yina. Omen can do a good job. The new Malok seems to be really powerful and can also do a great job against Yina here. And here comes the Zip. They threw Zip around the first picks and no team took it, and now Team AMK is choosing to take it on the second pick. This is going to be quite interesting. Zip protecting that Fawn means that Fawn might actually be immortal, and then Alistair get picked up here as well. Alistair can somewhat counter Zip, so I suppose picking him up is a wise idea here. And that means mid support and ADC has been sorted out by Team AMK already. On the other hand, we still don't know exactly where Yina is going to get played. Violet is definitely ADC. I'm hoping for Team Trash Gang to lock in the support as well, to deal with that Zip, so the support won't get banned out here. Both sides choosing to probably hide their jungle, or maybe Yina could go to the jungle. We will see. And yes, a Malok has hovered. We could see a Malok support or Malok Slayer lane putting Yina into the jungle. Or even more interesting, we could see a Violet jungle. Trust Gang choosing to ban out even more warriors as Lubu gets banned. As we predicted though, Team AMK is trying to ban out the support, guessing that the Malok won't go to the support role. It also gets banned out. An AP warrior with a lot of tankiness. God is currently probably one of the stronger junglers of the game. And Akira gets banned out, so at the end they choose to ban out an early game jungler just to give Fawn an even easier time. With that Zip, he should have enough protection, but they just don't want to deal with that Kira. And Baodoom gets sucked in as a support him. So Malok is probably going to go Slayer lane or mid. As Baodoom is going to take the support role. And the Volcav gets hovered here. Volcav we can deem as slightly a tier 2 solo laner, but no, they locked Butterfly as the jungler instead, leaving the option of the solo laner to Mugilata here to pick up. And Richter, it will be. We've seen this Richter quite a lot in solo lane in this tournament. I personally think Richter is slightly better playing as a support, but here we could see him playing solo lane quite a lot. And he has the mobility to just run past Malok and just roam to the other side of the map. I would like to see which mage they're opting for, or even a mage jungler. No, they're going for Raz as their mage. Raz, Alistair, or Ignis. No, they're having Raz, and Raz get picked up. So this Raz is going against Alistair in the mid lane, Yina in the jungle, and Violet AD. No, Violet is swapping to the jungle talent. We will see which one they finally choose. On the other side, on the side of AMK, it's quite obvious the way this game is gonna play out, with Butterfly in the jungle, Zip support, Alistair mid, Richter playing as a solo laner, and Fawn as their ADC. Crash Games seem to have settled for the Yina going to the jungles. With Baldum support, Violet ADC, Raz mid, and Malok solo lane. Two fairly strong team comp here, but still quite not fully classified as a full meta team from both sides. You could see that the Baldum, the Richter, even the Yina is slightly out of the meta, and the Butterfly as well. When Butterfly needs a snowball, but we're hoping to see that today. We could see Alchemy going out from both the ADCs Fawn and Violet, just helping their gold early game, so they could pop off quite earlier and earlier.
Arena of Valor.
And here comes the start of the match.
Will be deployed in 5 seconds. Prepare to engage.
We can see a two-man roaming mid here between Zip and Fawn. On the other side, Baldum is trying to get some vision, and Raz is playing really carefully here. Since he has a very slow lane clear compared to the other two, he has to wait for them to clear the wave and then wait for it to push into the tower to clear it. On the other hand, Violet here also starting to clear her wave, but has to be careful of the 3-man rotation coming down. Raz trying to get vision on the jungle and trying to steal some camps. Let's see if he can steal some camps. No, he's going back up. Richter gets away with his S1 team. You can see that Violet is left alone, so that careful, Violet, gonna have to go back. On Team Trash Gang, a little fight like skirmish comes in from Malok and Richter, but no one seems to go down. Great stun by Zip, but no follow from his team. Now, Butterfly comes in and first blood goes for Butterfly, jumping onto the bottom twice with her in-hands and passive. Butterfly here trying to catch the Violet but fails, so just probably clearing the wave. You could see that the 3-man rotation here from Team AMK is working out for them compared to leaving. Oh, Zip has only his belly trying to throw in, I think. But no, they're going for Dragon. This Dragon is going to be contested by this Yina. It's a 4-on-3, and Butterfly gets the Dragon. You can see a slight goal lead of 800 gold going to Team AMK at this 2-minute 30 mark. It's the little advantage that counts in this type of game right now, since both sides are playing fairly safe. Getting vision, going back. A roll-in for Zip, probably just to clear the wave a bit quicker and try to start something here. Zip stuns the Baldome. Horn cannot get any shot off, he's out of range. And Violet just clearing the wave under the tower. Razin coming in, misses his jump, gets on his S2 though. A great ultimate comes down by Malok. Malok gets magic driven though. Great fight overall. And then the Malok gets picked up as well. So it ended up being a 3-for-1 trade, even though they engaged in that fight. Team Trash Gang, they're having to lose out when the other team counter-ganked and basically put a lot of pressure on the team. Born here going too deep, I presume, but probably walks away easily since none of the assassins are here. Violet gets catched there by Alistair and has to go down. Great positioning from Richter here, getting the vision. Malok jumps up, ultimate, and then ultimate by Raz getting the Richter down as well. Zip rolling in with Fawn, and then Butterfly picks up that kill. Baldome just using his skills to get to the tower and clear the wave a bit quicker here. This is a start of a great snowball coming from Team AMK with Gold, Dragon, and basically Zip running the show here with his stun being annoying and protecting his teammates. Great ultimate by Baldome here. And he steals the Dragon! Zip rolling Butterfly in. And Butterfly comes out. Disrupt comes out from Baldome. This might actually be a bad fight for them. Yina comes here. Zip gets too low, but Yina picks up Alistair. But Butterfly picks her up after that. And Violet picks up Butterfly here. A great shutdown, making Violet quite rich now in this part of the game. 36k gold, only behind the Fawn, who chooses to go for Blitzplay, the new buffed item. Violet though still goes for Santi, which is basically extremely standard. A fight here coming out from both Malok and Richter. Richter seems to be having the upper hand here, but just a light skirmish, both going back, not overextending. Now here picks up the Spirit Center. Violet trying to poke them out a bit. She has to be careful of the tower dive that's going to happen here. Baldome misses ultimate. Fawn goes in with his ultimate to just deal some damage. All the ultimate used there. And it seems like nothing happened. A light skirmish coming again from Richter and Malok, and then they back out again. These two has been poking each other all game, but none of them seems to have the upper hand here. Rask still having problem clearing his wave. That's the only real issue with Rask. He's really slow at clearing waves. He needs the help from the support Baldum here to clear it quick. Another roll in from Zip with Alistair with 4 men, and Violet goes down. Great play coming out from that Zip. I could see here that Dragon goes out as well for the Zip. Zip been forced to be banned and let open by Team Trash Gang here, was basically in the plans of Team AMK. With the way they are running the Zip, we can definitely see they practice this strategy. Mid tower going low from Fawn's bursting purple bullets here. Violet coming to mid trying to defend this tower. Fawn ultimate though. And Yina catching Richter out of position. Fawn has his Clay of Sanctity, and is going for his Bow of Slaughter. This is gonna be a very strong Fawn coming out soon. Interesting choice. Baldum going for Amulet of Longevity here. It doesn't give him much defense, but it gives him a lot of HP. Great fight there in mid, but Butterfly gets the upper hand on the Yina, even after his ultimate. We could see the snowball really rolling here at advantage of basically 3k. Butterfly going in deep. She's not afraid of anything since Zip is there to protect her.
A red team tower has been destroyed.
And that's the 3 for nothing coming out from Team AMK. Could we see this game ending right here? Zip rolling Fawn in. Fawn doing a lot of damage. And Butterfly goes in deep, gets a double kill, triple kill. And survives. This looks like GG. Malok's coming out here. Are we gonna see the Malok try and defend? No, Baldum's coming out, so, and Butterfly is so low that she has to go back. Zip also had to go back there, so, oh, great ultimate coming from Baldum here. But no damage coming out. What? We could see that the Malok is doing a lot of damage, but Fawn gets away. Baldum picks him up though. Slight overextension coming from Team AMK. After they got the tier 3 tower, they should have just went back with the full team and pick up Dark Slayer there. You see Richter clearing his wave and trying to push all 3 waves, I'm guessing. Since his side is the only side that has all 3 towers remaining. Team Trash Gang coming to try and defend the tower and does. Dark Slayer here is probably going to be the next big fight. With the gold lead of 7k, I don't know if Team Trash Gang should fight this Dark Slayer.
A red team tower has been destroyed. The battle bloodbath.
And Butterfly picks up Yina again. And Dark Slayer is going down. This looks like a big snowball with Dark Slayer pushing down. It's gonna be very difficult for Team Trash Gang to defend this. Zip rolling in Butterfly again. Rolling in too deep in my opinion here. Butterfly jumps in, Fawn's there. Marlox picks up a kill though. Butterfly is still going off, still doing so much damage. You get and summons the dragon in the opponent's base. Butterfly still alive here. And finally goes down, giving the opponent quite a bit of gold there. But both Richter and Alistair are still alive. It's going to be a 2-on-2 here. We could see the Butterfly choosing to build crit on her item with Leviathan as her main tank item. With just Leviathan, Butterfly seems so tanky, probably from her passive that reduces attack per normal attacks damage. Born here, 5-3-12 is basically almost full build, only lacking in the Blade of Eternity. That's a fat one. On the other hand, Violet on 8.3k still needs 2 more items to get to late game. We can see though that Team AMK has a bit of trouble finishing up this game. They should have finished it up last push, but it seemed that somehow Team Trash Gang was able to defend. Here though, another big push coming in. Zip is probably going to try rolling in. Great ultimate by Baldum. Are they gonna fight out right here? Ultimate by Malok. Zip rolls to try and stun up, but the gold lead makes it too difficult for him. In the end of the day, almost the 12k gold lead decides the game. No creeps though, so Richter goes down from the base, but now Crypt rolling in, and that's GG. Great first game coming out from Team AMK here. Butterfly 14-2-8, basically carrying her team on her back this game. But it was actually the team chemistry from from Zip, Alistair and Butterfly that basically win the game. We could see the items here quite standard from both teams. Richter though opting to go for free damage item of Rank Breaker, Omni Arms, and probably Fenrir there. One has finished his item. We can see that Butterfly carrying her team on her back, as we said before. 40% damage, and with the phone with 30% damage. Those two equal to almost basically most of the damage of their team. Alistair putting out quite a big damage, but mainly used for his CC. On the other side, Violet did pretty good with 25% of damage, and Malok did really good. We saw some very good ultimate coming out from Malok, but it was too late for them. So that's gonna wrap up for this first game. And let me remind you that this is a BO5 with global ban picks, so the heroes you've seen this game cannot be used on the same team again. And that means Team Trash Gang doesn't have to ban Zip ever again. Basically forcing Team AMK to have to ban Zip here. We will be waiting for the next match. Good. Am I muted right now? We're... Hello guys, welcome to the second match of this BO5. We've seen a side switch here, so Team AMK is going to be on the red side, and Team Trash Gang is going to be on the blue side. This is going to be a really difficult game to predict. 1-0 did go to Team AMK. Let's hope Trash Gang can come back and give us an exciting game today.
Team's turn to ban.
As mentioned previously, this is a global ban pick. So both sides have to be very careful about what they're picking. Azenka gets covered, but Team AMK still doesn't want to deal with that. I'm not there though. They've got the chance to use Zip, so they should really ban out Zip here as well. And the Telenas get banned. There are quite a few stronger ADCs here. I don't know why the Telenas got banned though. Maybe the team is afraid of a big snowball from Telenas. Right now with Alchemy, she can snowball extremely hard. And if she does a lot of damage mid-game. Around the 6 to 7 minute mark, she already does an insane amount of damage. Same bans coming out from Team AMK, both Annette and Florentino gets banned. The Florentino got changed this patch. His CC early game isn't that strong. And here we see the Caffeine coming out from Team Trash Gang. Mina also hovered. Also another tier 1 support. Basically, AMK's been playing out the really strong support earlier in this tournament already. Zip, now Mina gets hovered. Are we gonna see? And now Team AMK picks up the Marok. He hovered on it. If it's a Marok Mina, we don't know which one's going to support. But no, they changed to Lubu. Lubu here can jungle really well and can also play a really solid solo laner. Are we going to see this Lubu get picked up? Yes, we are. Who tier 1 hero gets picked up from Team AMK? I think they probably want to sort this game out quickly. Since they already got the first match, they probably want to go for the 3-0. Team Trash Gang here still deciding on their picks. And here comes that Zip that's still not banned out. If we see this Ryoma get locked in, it might be the first Ryoma in tournament. No, they're hovering back to Zephyrus. In the end, they choose Ryoma. So yes, Ryoma probably jungle or solo laner. Both Ryoma and Nubu can put behind. Are we going to see a Wonder Woman coming out from the other side? To basically not deal with the Ryoma extremely easily? No. Here we see a Hayate getting hovered. It's the main ADC. Or they're going for Valheim. They want an independent action ADC here.
Red team's turn to ban. Blue team's turn to ban.
But finally they opted for the Violet. And the Kira gets banned again. We could see the Team AMK so basically banning the same heroes here. Probably heroes they don't want to deal with during the whole match. Trash Gang here still looking for the ban. And an Azenka gets banned. What an interesting ban coming out here. Maybe the team AMK has a very, very good Azenka to explain this. Otherwise, why would you ban out Azenka? He's not in the first tier of heroes. In AMK though, going for 3 tier 1 heroes, while Team Trash Gang has that Ryoma that seems to be slightly out of meta, since the meta probably resolve around a slightly more late game. And Ryoma just isn't good late game anymore. And the Alistair gets banned out for Team AMK here. Richter is the last ban coming out. But this is probably them forgetting about the global ban pick, since AMK has already picked Richter if I remember correctly. So why would they ban Richter here? That's quite an odd decision. Probably because they probably didn't know what to ban here. There were plenty of good heroes they could have banned. Banning out the Zata. Since they banned on Alistair, they might have to look into picking up the Zata here. That's the mid from Team AMK. To sort out that late game Violet with the early game damage from Zeta. No, a Vera gets hovered. Probably the most hated hero in rank as usual, Vera. And here, Arrow going up against Lubu if Ryoma goes to the jungle position. We are going to see quite an interesting pick here. Picking this Arrow basically hides the jungler and solo laner, since Ryoma and Arrow can swap either position. And Ignis here hovered. Ignis is a very good early and late game mage. Mid game he suffers a bit from the lack of burst damage, but it's still a very, very solid pick here. And yes, Ignis gets locked in. And finally we see that Malok again. If this Malok gets locked in, Lubu is going to go jungle. And it is get locked in, so Lubu jungle versus a Ryoma. Ryoma has slightly more range than Lubu. But Lubu's Conqueror is still very effective, especially against the team comp coming out from Team Trash Gang here that doesn't actually have that much CC. Bone Cleaver, Ignis, and Ryoma basically have a stun each, but that doesn't seem to be enough to stop the Lubu from just jumping onto them and ripping them to shreds.
10 seconds remaining.
So this is going to be the lineup from both teams. Nothing really special coming out from the enchantment. Quite standard here from all the heroes. The ADCs are on Alchemy here, this new enchantment that seems to be very popular in this tournament. Probably because late game ADC are ruling the game right now. And here we see the start of the second match.
5 seconds. Prepare to engage.
On the red side, a 3-man rotation. And on Trash Gang side, just a 2-man. Nice stun coming out and poor from Mina, but no damage comes out though. Mina here looking to basically get the vision on that Zip, so Zip doesn't do too much against that Lubu, troubling him. The rotation here coming out from both sides. It seems that they both lost some creeps there. Both junglers opting to start Slayer side though. So we can expect a fight coming up and around when the dragon spawns. Mina here trying to solo this Might Golem though. If she can succeed, this would be a huge advantage for her team. And she does! The Might Golem gets picked up by Mina. A light skirmish there coming from Ignis. And here Ryoma not getting his level 4 is going to be quite difficult to deal with this Lubu. I'm expecting on the 4v4 here. But with Ryoma not hitting his level 4, Mina, great pull! Zip though grabs him out into him, but dies! But Mina though has to die. No, Lubu has to die as well. It's a 1-for-1 here. It seems that both sides opting to go back and rotate, trying to clear the waves. The dragon is still there though, so we could see a light skirmish there, trying to get that dragon in. Lubu going back to his jungle, trying to clear out his blue buff. And Ryoma does the same. Team AMK here showing dominance, rotating in the riverbed instead of on high ground. Usually you would see teamwork try and rotate on high ground to not be in disadvantage if the other team decides to just go there and collapse onto them. We've seen a lot of 3-man rotations here in this tournament. Dragon has been spawned and both junglers are almost there. This is going to be a very tough fight here. Careful though, so both. It's going to be a 5v5 here if the dragon fight starts up. No, dragon gets pulled out by Team Trash Gang here. The Malok arrow fight keeps up. Great fight coming out. Lubu comes in with his Conqueror. Ryoma tries to use his ultimate to heal up. Oh, great damage there coming out from Team Trash Gang. And it's a 3-for-2 trade. If Malok picks this up, the zip up, it's going to be an even better trade here. No, the scores get even out as Malok also falls. So it's 5-1 here. Coming up from... And Dragon also seems to gotta get picked up here by Team Trash Gang. Overall, that fight in this Dragon lane seems to be very profitable from Team Trash Gang as they manage to somehow secure kills. But Violet tower dives, gets the kills. Lubu though stealing the blue buff from Ryoma. As we can see, the team with the less kills has a gold advantage. Probably up to just destroy the jungle, since if your Ryoma can't get a good early game, he's basically useless the whole game, since he's only really good early game. Malok and Arrow skirmishing again, and Malok seems to have the upper advantage here. Great pull in by Mina, and Ziv fails to eat up his teammate there. So that's gonna be a huge advantage. Lulu coming down here. But as we see last time, you shouldn't clump up against team. Great dive there. And Arrow goes down by 3 men, and the tower goes down as well. This is gonna be a great advantage coming out for team AMK. We could see that the macro is a little bit better, even though the team fighting is quite lacking in this game. Vera here putting the Zip down really low. Zip has to go back. Ultimate comes out by Caffeine, but great pull in by Mina. Caffeine trying to kite her and gets her. It was the Ryuma who got the kill at the end. Oh, great roll in and instant shot down.
Blue team tower has been
Yeah, but Ignis
destroyed.
goes down again. Yeah, Malok's getting advantage with Lubu helping him. You can see that when it comes to actually fighting, Team Trash Gang has an advantage. But they are losing the macro really hard, and this is still gonna be a 4K snowball coming out from Team AMK. Are we going to see a repeat from last game? Hopefully not. We are rooting for Team Trash Gang to equal it up, so to make the BO5 here even more interesting. And a great fight starts up here. Ryoma gets caught out of position but survives. Zip rolls! There's a lot of stuns. An onslaught coming out from Caffeine! Caffeine here doing double. Triple. Is she gonna get the quad kill here? And that's a quad kill going out to Caffeine. That Caffeine now has the most gold on the map, and if she snowballs down both towers here,
Tower has been
the lead the Team AMK had so hard to create is now going to basically go back to nothing here. The gold is almost even, and Dark Slayer seems to get picked up as well from Team Trash Gang. They are doing a wonderful job in their team fights, and that Caffeine is showing off her skills. Still going for that old traditional build for under Caffeine. Looking to get basically all her crit items early so she can start critting. And it seems Caffeine here is opting to probably go for the Bow of Slaughter as her third item. That would give her a lot of sustainability, and she probably can kite out Lubu, Malok, and Mina here. Not playing a traditional assassin here could be what decides the game here from Team AMK, as they've been losing team fights to this Caffeine all game. She's 7-0, she's legendary now. So they should look to shutting down this Caffeine. Rubu comes in here, trying to get the dragon to create that lead once more, but this is gonna be a really tough match coming out on both sides. This Caffeine, it's really fed. She just finished both her items at once. Both Slaughter. And Slicks gets picked up. Oh, Ryoma getting caught again and has to go down. Funny to see that the entire AMK team, when they saw the Cafe, they just don't want to deal with her. This Caffeine is doing a lot of damage here. And Arrow survives there. Caffeine just poking down enemies. Great roll in by the Zip, stunning on quite a few opponents. Caffeine here trying to pick up the kills. Pick up a second kill. Double kill by Caffeine there. Malok split pushing though. This Caffeine has to be careful. Basically, he's kiting. Oh, Okay, damage on the cleave on Malok.
Team tower has been destroyed.
Can Malok get down to Caffeine? No. Ryoma picks him up first. This Caffeine is probably going to be the deciding factor of this game. If Team AMK doesn't find a way to shut her down, she can just basically kite out the whole team. Violet's doing good on gold overall, but they're still losing by 1.2k on the Caffeine. The gold lead seems to not matter here. If you can touch a very fat ADC, she can just kite you the whole game. 905 on the Caffeine. An odd choice, opting for the attack speed build on this Violet instead of the traditional poke build we see used. Mina and Violet probably trying to get a tier 3 tower here. Team AMK is trying to backdoor, but Ruma goes down here. And they might succeed here, backdooring. No, the creeps get cleared out. This could either be a good backdoor or an ace coming out from team. No, Violet gets away here. But this is huge advantage now coming from team. Triple kill on that Ignis. Caffeine did have to go down during that skirmish though, so they probably can't snowball as hard. But are we gonna see a dive into a tier 3 tower here coming from the other side? Ryuma dives in trying to pick up Violet, but tower and the damage from Violet nuking him out completely. Caffeine now opting to go for the dragon to secure even more gold to his team. But as we can see, because of the shutdown, Violet and Caffeine are now on the same goal. Both of them have a late game ADCs that does a lot of damage, so this is gonna be a very difficult to call. The gold leads at this point doesn't really matter, it's so minor, and both ADCs are fed. Now the problem is probably the team composition. I still think that AMK has a stronger team composition here. I do not rate Ryoma late game. I think he's really bad. Zip trying to get vision. Gets cleaves out by Malok there. But heals himself up quite quickly there. Dark Slayer is gonna spawn in 30 seconds. But the Enraged Abyssal Dragon is also gonna spawn quite soon. The Enraged Abyssal Dragon is gonna spawn in 1 minute here, so this is gonna be a tough fight. Team AMK opting to go for Dark Slayer here. Are we gonna see an objective trade? No. Team Trash Gang playing safe here. Trying to roll Caffeine in for a backdoor. But fails miserably there. Now the positioning on Team Trash Gang is pretty bad. They have to be careful. If Caffeine goes down, they're in big trouble. Now a fight comes out here. Mina hooks into 3-4 people. Great taunt by her. But Caffeine still does a lot of damage. And succeeds in taking double kill. And continues with her roaming, getting Malok as well. No, gets away. Violet there trying to backdoor again. Oh, the tower though. The creep's pushing too far, and that was almost gonna be an anticlimactic end of this game. They really need to start pushing out that lane. A fight coming here on the Enraged Abyssal Dragon that just spawned out 30 seconds ago. And Dark Blessing will probably go to the Caffeine. And it does. Now both teams has reset. I would still say the Trash Gang should really push out the lane where they lost the tier 3 towers here. Not to deal with having to go back and clear up the waves when the waves pushing too far. Violet, they're selling her boots. Is she gonna go for even more damage? I'm hoping it's... And wow. Violet, they're basically opting to go beyond full damage build, to the point where she removes even her boots. But if she gets caught here, she has no movement speed to get it out though. Probably Violet opting for a bow slaughter in this situation. She still has the need to have the money to buy it. Arrow! As we can see, it's actually quite farmed up as well. Like skirmish here. Oh, Arrow versus Mina. Mina is gonna have an easy time there. We could see that one team opting for trying to catch out the opponent in that bush. 5 men in that bush with the Violet there. Zip goes in trying to get vision, almost get deleted but survives. Marlock can still split pushing though. So this Dark Slayer is probably going to Team AMK. As we can see, losing the tier 3 towers was devastating for Team. They have the upper hand. If not for the tier 3 tower, they would have probably won this game comfortably. As we said before, the macro coming out from Team AMK is way better, but the team fights from this Caffeine. Oh, ultimate in by Malok. Another tier 3 tower goes down. Ultimate comes out from Caffeine trying to clear the wave. Team AMK here probably trying to go for the super minions here. The mega minions as we call it here. 17k gold on all the both ADCs. They probably can swap items as well. And yes they do. Omni arms get picked up. And that means this Violet's gonna hurt a lot. Each one of her rolls probably is going to do around the almost 4k damage. Enraged Abyssal Dragon is gonna spawn again. And what a great match we have here today, guys. It's already a 20-minute match here. Both teams fighting with a place in the playoffs on the line. And both teams playing extremely well. Marlock split pushing is gonna be a pawn in their side once more. Backdoor coming out from Marlock here. Caffeine has to go back and try to clear this wave. So is Arrow. They're both going in. Marlock jumps out with his ultimate, but Caffeine is still there trying to do the damage onto her. What a Hyuga's edge. She can slow down any opponent. She probably doesn't want them to get away. But this does mean Enraged Abyssal Dragon goes to Team AMK. The strategy here, I think, is probably just having that Marlock split push so that the entire opponent team has to go back. Great fight coming in. Violet gets to shoot this time. Shut down on Caffeine. Great fight at the end. And this seems like GG. Team AMK.
Double kill.
4v5, but that's going to be GG. They managed to somehow win that fight. Just and what a ADC-centric game coming out from both teams here. 13-2 and 7 coming out from the captain. Probably the MVP of this match overall. But at the end of the day, AMK's macro won them the game. Violet's still doing a lot though. With 7, 3, and 9. Participating in 16 of the 17 kills that his team had. On the other hand, Zip also did quite good. Overall, this team ended up being a macro game deciding. Both teams basically have 4 items already. And yes, Caffeine being the hyper carry that she should be. 37% damage, 150k damage. On the other hand, Violet though doing 130k damage. Both ADCs showing off what they can do. Another one we have to point out that's the second most damage from each team here. It's also the mages. Ignis doing a lot of damage isn't much of a surprise, but here the surprise is Vera also putting up a lot of damage and being very annoying with her CC. Great game coming out here, guys. So we're hoping for a great third match. AMK is now on 3-0, 2-0. Even though Team Trash Game played really well last game, they just couldn't capitalize on that advantage and end up falling short. Shadow, you can pause me now.
team's turn to ban.
Hello, guys. Am I back on? Okay. Hello, guys. We are back with the third match here. What an exciting second match we just had. This third match, even though AMK is on 2-0 here, we could expect great game. And yes, they banned out the caffeine coming from Team Trash Gang, since last game's caffeine from them was basically insane. They did amazing. And Fawn also gets banned out here. So basically no hyper carry ADC anymore. Caffeine, Fawn, Violet are all banned out. Moran is too risky to pick, and so is Slims. Preserve, from my opinion anyways, Hayate though. It's going to be quite an interesting pick here. Let's see which team is gonna first pick this Hayate. No. Yes, the Hayate gets hovered as well. So Florentino gets picked here. Coming out from Team AMK, they've been banning him, but now they're deciding to go for him. But that leaves the other hyper carry, hyper meta ADC going to the other team. Hayate. Kunai Blitz can possibly one-shot a team, so have to be really careful dealing with this Hayate. He can also create a split push pressure that's immense. And even Florentino doesn't have a great time dealing with the ADC Hayate. For Team AMK, we've seen them sub out on players, so here comes Hayate Ata. Oh! Crack! We've seen this crack do a lot of damage on Team AMK once before. If he gets locked in, this is gonna be a really interesting match. Raz also gets hovered and locked in. With this team comp, they're probably trying their hardest to win match and make it a 3-0. They're in a slight disadvantage when it comes to the ADC position though, so they have to be quite careful. And right here, we see that Team Trash Gang is thinking about it. Rizix! I thought Ada would be support, but if Rizix get locked in, Rizix might be the support. They're opting for Aram, Nina. They're opting to pick up a support here. And Aram gets locked in. This is gonna be quite a difficult game for Florentino. With that Aram locked in, he has to be careful when he can dance. If he could dance at all against that Aram. Ghost Man coming out from red side, Team Trash Gang thinking about it. If I were them, I'll ban out even more ADCs, forcing basically Team AMK to pick an ADC that they're probably not that comfortable with. Or probably even didn't do the enchantment for. Tachi? No, they're going for Scud though as a ban. As we mentioned already, Tachi is banned in this tournament since he came out during the tournament. And we decided to not allow him to be played during this whole tournament. And here the Zata ban gets out. Are they going to ban out another jungler? Or maybe ban on an ADC? Either seems very likely here. They choose to ban out Arrow on Team Trash Gang. The way they've been playing, they don't deserve that name. They've been playing really well this tournament so far. Even though they're losing 2-0, they've shown some great gameplay. And Vera gets banned as well. So one team choosing to ban mages, while the other team choosing to ban tanky junglers. Zephyrus and Volcav here are still in the cards though. Are we going to see this Volcav jungle? That's going to be really interesting. If Volcav jungles, nah, they're looking for Darcy. A slightly safer pick than that Volcav. The jungle position.
Turn to pick.
We haven't seen any good assassins though coming out from either team. And yes, as we speak, Volcav and Joker gets hovered. I would not pick Joker against a Darcy though. Moran gets picked up.
To pick.
We've seen Moran do terribly against Hayate in this tournament so far. Because of the range from Hayate's S1, Moran feels like a real sitting duck fighting this Hayate. And here, are we hoping to see him second mage playing mid and putting, or maybe Darcy going mid? Both are fine, but yes, Alistair though. If it's an Alistair Aron combo, this is going to be quite difficult for team. Already picking a Volcav into an Aron is bad. Picking a Volcav and now facing Aron and Alistair, it's horrendous. And yes, that Alistair gets locked in. I feel bad. I almost feel bad for this Volcav and this Florentino. With the two hard lock coming from both Aram and Alistair, they are going to be having quite a difficult time. We might see a swap so that Moran gets into the jungle. We haven't seen the jungle talent coming out from any of them. AMK team yet, so after a few swap, it seems
10 seconds.
they've
remaining.
basically gone back to the original positions with Volcav, Moran, Raz, Crack, and Florentino. Volcav jungle.
Arena of Valor.
Are in it to win it this game. If
Deployed in 5 seconds.
AMK wins this game, they will win the BO5. So this is a must-win coming out from Team Trash Gang. Either way, every game should be a must-win, but especially this one. And looking at their lineup, I think they have quite a big advantage here. 3-man rotation coming out mid. Yes, as we said it already, Moran's gonna get poked out heavily by this Hayate. Great pull from Greg! This might be first blood. And no, Hayate gets away with... On the other side though, Darcy's gonna have some big trouble, and Greg with a great pull pulls out his minion there. Florentino dancing on Atta here. And this might be first blood. No, Atta can get away. Four-man rotation. Greg gets a hook. This is going to be bad for Team First Game. And what a great hook. Onto the Hayate. He gets away again. That push from Raz actually saved him. What a bad mistake coming out there. But the fact that he has to go back probably does mean that Team AMK here gets a slight advantage. As we can see from every game, the macro coming from Team AMK is quite a bit better. The map control, the way they run the comp is quite a bit better, but it seems that the team fight capabilities and their macros are not up to scrap though, compared to Team Trash Gang. Great ultimate coming on the Darcy here, and first blood goes down Moran to the Hayate. Hayate looking for a bit more, trying to get that crack. Volkav there though, trying to get a lock onto someone. Even if he locked in, he might get locked by Aram and Alistair there, so he probably wouldn't have gone in either way. Florentino still dancing on Atta. Both teams are resetting. Spirit Sentinel is getting contested. Florentino dances here. And the Spirit Sentinel has to reset. Great fight in mid though. Ultimate coming out and Greg getting two players. Ultimate coming out from Darcy getting Greg. Florentino here trying to probably get a solo kill on someone and get the vision on the bush. Alistair there though gets jumped on by Florentino. He dances and he gets Alistair. This Florentino is still dancing. Is he gonna get a double kill on Atta? That would be some seriously great micros from Florentino. No, but Volkav does get the kill though. So that's a 2-for-2 trade. Overall, when it comes to kills, 2-2. Oh, great hook in by Greg and ultimate in by Raz, pushing Aram back even further. No chance for that Aram to survive. Now the Hayate has to be very careful about this hook though. But his teammate comes and tries to clear the wave. Ultimate comes out from Darcy again. Ultimate coming from Alistair, getting the Greg really low, and Greg has to go down. A very intense match, like the last one we are seeing here. Both team playing, getting skirmishes, back and forth. This Florentino though has shown us some great skill. One minion pushing in mid though. Darcy won't make it in time to clear it. But we can see that AMK's rotation are still better. But somehow Team Trash Gang is still hanging in there. Probably because of team comp. Mid though needs to get cleared really quickly here. We don't want to lose out on that gold. Florentino here jump. Obvious early by Darcy. But Florentino still jumping in. So is Volkav. A great tower dive from both sides. Getting double 2 kills. Solo versus Solo and Jungler versus Solo and Jungler. AMK wins. On the other side though, with this advantage, Aram is in trouble here and Hayate probably needs to go back. Great ultimate flicker by Crack. Aram has to lock in the Crack so Hayate can get away, but she has to go down.
Been destroyed.
And the first tower goes down to the Florentino. As we said so far, having Atta go against Florentino was probably a bad idea. But since the hero pool got quite limited, I think they just had no choice there. Atta has to go clear his way first before rotating though, so... Nice try by Crack, but misses. Camping this bush again, Moran and Florentino gets the kill. Blue buff goes and Aram ultimates in. Flo dances. Flo is onslaughting and Volkav demolishing them.
Red team tower has
Ultimate by Volkav.
destroyed. Double kill.
Ayate goes in for the kunai blitz but didn't get his 150% attack speed, so doesn't do much damage there.
Destroyed.
And this looks like a very difficult position by Trash King here. In the earlier part of the game, they did quite well, but here now they seem to have suffered from a great snowball and basically better team fighting skills coming out over from Team AMK here. Their composition should counter Team AMK, but they seem to not be able to plumb up properly and get into the right position to do so. This Moran is starting to get really fat. Hayate opting to go for Hyuga as second item, meaning he'd rather basically sustain himself with a slow. Great ultimate there by Alistair, but no damage comes in. And legendary Florentino and Volkav goes in with his ultimate there. Darcy gets a shutdown. I would say that trade was actually worth it for Team Trash Gang there, since that would have given them a lot of gold, shutting down the legendary Florentino there. 800 gold is that what I presume usually from a shutdown from a legendary hero? That plus the assist gold is going to be quite a bit. And yes, oh boy, this Moran is starting to scale quite heavily here. After he gets both sorted, he will be the strongest hero on the map. Darcy gets caught, but Alistair gets the magic prison off on Crack and he has to go down. Aram ultimate comes in but a bit late, plus no damage coming out from their team. It seems that the effectiveness of this Hayate is in question right now.
A red team tower has been destroyed.
He's not getting much gold. Over on Moran's side though, 2k ahead on gold against this Hayate. Hayate needs to farm up really quickly here to give his team a chance. Either way, Moran slightly overpowers Hayate late game. And look at that damage on the double bullets coming from Moran. This Dark Sail going down basically instantly. Florentino though gets up that heal on the Dark Sail. Now Team Trash King has to defend for the chance to stay in this tournament. And this Moran going solo there, and they didn't try and find him there. Great hook by Crack. Darcy goes down. This looks really bad from Team Trash Gang here.
Tower has been destroyed.
This Crack is probably the unsung hero here for this team. From Team AMK. Pulling out, forcing team fights at basically Team Trash Gang doesn't want to be in. And the first mid tower goes down. Dragon. Hold on. And Atas ultimate goes down there. That's the first ultimate we've seen from Atta this whole game though. Quite odd. Great hook by Crack again. This time Atta gets away. Ultimate by Darcy. Gets a Greg. Greg, oh, flickers in though. Magic Risen use on the Greg. Dominating coming from Volkav. Hayate gets picked up the shutdown kill.
Double kill.
This is gonna be quite troublesome here. Hayate is tuning back up though. They should go back. This Florentino is gonna have a hard time dealing with Hayate for sure. 3-on-1 Florentino dies. And an ace coming out. As we said so far, when it comes to team fighting, Trash Gang really do have an advantage on Team AMK here. The way better macros. Last game, macro won the day. This time, maybe team fights could come back and win. I'm hoping, yes. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna hope for Trash Gang here so we can see that BO5 all the way to the 5th game.
Greatness has been defeated.
The lane are well pushed out. They did lose the mid tier 3 tower though, but I actually think when it comes to tier 3 towers, mid is the one you wanna lose. Since it's harder to defend the side lanes than it is to defend the mid lane. Moran though.
Team tower has been
Oh,
destroyed.
basically full build. Ayate is also nearing that full build. Going for double slow items though, this Hayate. Double slow and triple attack speed items. He won't be doing a lot of damage, but he'll be slowing down the entire team.
The Dark Slayer has been defeated.
What an odd build coming from this Hayate. Darcy though getting his core item sorted out, so he's gonna do a lot of damage as well.
The Great Dragon has been summoned.
Greg just standing there forces the entire Trash Gang team to go back. Oh, the hook fails to hit the Hayate there. Dragon is hitting the tower, so this tower will go down.
A red team tower.
That's 2 tier 3 towers coming out. Are we gonna see you engage here by Crack? Crack, this Hayate is being thrown in their side though. Crack pulls, Hayate dodges it. Great ultimate though by Crack. A great kunai blitz coming out from that Hayate. And Moran gets picked up. And again, we can see the Trash Gang still has a way better team fight. If they bomb our mid here, they could secure a couple more towers. Ultimate there by Crack, meaningless. He's gonna really have to go down there.
Greatness has been defeated.
Atta probably should go back here to heal up and to clear the waves. And yet they're also going for red buff and trying to clear the wave.
Tower has been destroyed.
Volcaps goes in, gets double ultimated there, but still gets onto his horse, still. This Volcap is very tanky. Oh, Volcap is building basically just Longinus as his main attack item and building 4 tank after that. Letting the damage dealer be Florentino and Moran with a dash of Raz. The gold, as we can see, is way more spread out on Team Trash Gang. On Team AMK, all the carries have their basically full build. Morin though opting to just not buy the Blade of Eternity there, just going for that tier 2 item. Did he forget? As we can see against that Darcy, 2 Medallion of Troy coming out there. But and Dark Slayer does get picked up by Team AMK here. That is the third Slayer of this match going to them. I still have my doubts on that Hayate's build, but it seems to be working pretty well for him, so maybe that's gonna be the new meta, going for double slow and triple attack speed items on the Hayate. You don't even need to have Blade of Eternity or Death Sight to guarantee your survivability, just outplay the opponents. Dragon though gets summoned here and start putting pressure on this tower. They have to fight out is... Oh, great hook by Greg. Flicker gets used though. And here the fight comes. Ultimate coming from Alistair. Vocab's opponent. Ultimate comes down from Hayate, but he dies. It's gonna be a 2-for-2 trade here. Vocab still going strong on this Aram, and with the Morin still alive, this looks like GG. Double kill though goes to this Morin. And Florentino, that's the 3 tier 3 towers, and this is probably a GG. Morin shooting down that base, and this is GG. Great game again for our viewing pleasure there. Back and forth, macro, team fights, everything you could want for a game. I would like to see the tank damage on that Vocab. He's been tanking quite heavily. The items, apart from the Hayate, is pretty standard. Crack tanking 32% of damage with Vocab right behind him with 19.6%. The damage, main damage dealers are Morin and Florentino on AMK side, and Hayate and Darcy on the Team Trash Gang. It was a great fight coming out from Team Trash Gang, but I think the decision making of Team AMK brought them the win in this BO5. Wellington, Aram on paper looks amazing against Florentino and Vocab, but at the end of the day they fall short. What a great 3 games we see today. And that's gonna be 3-0 for Team AMK, who will advance to the semi-finals. We would like this time to thank our sponsor, Timmy, Trovo, and AoV for the 100k vouchers and the our next BO5 for this playoff stage. I'm Yugi PK, signing out.
Hello everyone. We welcome you to our very first European Summer League, organized for the game Arena of Valor. I am Toka, and I will introduce you to the tournament schedule. The tournament consists of 2 stages, the group stage and the playoffs. The group stage will take place on the 19th, 20th, 23rd, and 24th of July. The quarterfinals on the 26th and 27th of July. The semi-finals will happen on the 29th and the 30th of July. The match for the 3rd place will happen on the 2nd of August. The grand final will take place on the 5th of August. Let us now take a closer look. The group stage consists of 8 groups, each with 4 teams. Every group will have its own time slot. On every group stage day, 2 groups will play. The tournament time zone is the Central European Summer Time, UTC +2. Group A plays on day 1 in the morning while Group B plays in the evening. Each group plays according to the following schedule. Team 1 will play against Team 2, Team 3 will then play Team 4, then Team 1 will play Team 3, Team 2 will then go up against Team 4, Team 1 will finish off their day by playing Team 4, and finally Team 2 will play Team 3, where the numbers indicate the team number in the group. Every slot has a scheduled time of 4.5 hours with a 30 minutes break. Then Group C and D will play in the same schedules respectively as the previous groups on day 2 and so on. The rules in this stage is a single round robin, and every win grants 1 point, losing will earn 0 points. In addition, the scores of each team will be taken into account. The scores will be averaged for each team from every match and summed up. This average score will be the second factor to determine the position in the group. From every group, the top 1 team will advance into the quarterfinals. Starting from the quarterfinals, things will get a lot more intense. The quarterfinal uses the best-of-5 format and is played in a single elimination bracket with global ban-pick rules. Now, on the 26th of July, the top team from Group A will play against the winner of Group C in the morning. Then the top team from Group B will play against the winner of Group D in the evening. On the 27th of July, the top team from Group E will play against the winner of Group G in the morning. Then the winner of Group